Hello, welcome to another episode of Indigenous Survival. I am your host, Jeff Soaring Hawk Gibson. Today, or rather this evening, um, I'm going to do pine needle tea. Okay, the reason for it, you can chew pine needles. Pine needles are very high in vitamin C, but let's say you're out in the wild, you come across a nice stream or whatever, and you got to purify your water anyway, and you have to boil it. Boiling kills all pathogens, including crypto and giardia. Okay, so you're doing that. If you're boiling it, you might as well, in the words of Les Stroud, you might as well make a tea out of something. And pine needles are a very good source of vitamin C, a lot richer than oranges and other citrus fruit. Now, the taste of pine needles ranges anywhere from, people call it Christmassy, whatever that's supposed to mean, to really old ones. If they're really old, they'll taste like turpentine. It's still edible. You don't really want to eat them. You just want to chew them. So, since like I said, you have to boil your water to purify it anyway, you might as well make a tea. I like you can put honey in it. You can put sugar in it. I like using honey myself. You don't have to put anything if you don't want. But if you happen to have honey packets with you, use them. But I went ahead and cut a few pine pieces off my neighbor's pine tree, like she said I could do. Now, just a nice little sprig of pine, just to show you, you can just chew them like they are. Kind of, now I think people are right by saying like Christmassy. You put that Christmas tree in your house, the smell, well, it kind of tastes like the smell. The younger, the better. These are fairly young little needles. So what I'm going to do is take my Stanley little cup here, put some water. Obviously, if you're in the woods, you might not even have bottled water. You might be using some nice clear stream or something. But anyway, I'm going to put it here on this log. Take my shovel. Take a few of these hot coals. Because you don't need it to be on fire. You just want the hot coals. I'm just going to let that sit for a few moments. Let this get nice and hot. Put on my glove here. I'm going to save you guys the boringness of boiling water. So I'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Now, good way of telling how well how something is hot. Just take your finger. Be careful with this though, but yeah, that's nice and hot. What I'm gonna do is take a few of these little pine pieces, throw them in here. If you see, I didn't remove the thing because I want to leave it in there to boil. I'm gonna let that heat up for a few, and but it's sort of steep. It's not a roaring boil. You don't have to get it boiling to make pine needle tea. You just want some nice hot water. But I'm going to leave it right there and come right back. Okay. It's been a little bit. My water's been boiling for a little while. Now, you know, you can leave it on as long as you want. Depending on how strong you want things. So what I'm going to do while that's still on, I'm going to go ahead and put a little honey in my cup here. Again, you can use sugar. Some people want to put it on afterwards. You know, in afterwards. I mean, you can. I'd rather put it in first. That way, when I pour the hot tea in it, it dissolve it. But you can do it however you want to put it. You can use sugar. You can use, if you're where you're not allowed to have sugar, I'm sure you can use an artificial sweetener. You know, it's up to you. It's your preference. I'm gonna put my glove on here. Grab my pot. I'm gonna use the lid that comes with them as a kind of a strainer. Actually, you can see they got holes in them. Stanley's pretty good at doing that. Now you may be looking at it going, hey, it looks a little light. Well, I don't like really strong tea. So I'm just gonna put so much in there, set this out of the way. It is, and you definitely do want gloves on because that is extremely hot. Give it a little stir. Dissolve the honey. You know, and again, this is a good way when you have to, you can use any, by the way, you know, if you find blackberries, raspberries, you know, the leaves you can boil into your water too to make a good tea also. But pine needles are extremely high in vitamin C, like I said before. But it does add a little flavor to the water. So if you got to boil the water anyway, you might as well make a tea. So tastes nice. I mean, it's hot as hell. You can see the steam coming from it, so I'm sipping it slow. Pine needle. But again, it's a good way to get some vitamin C, and you have to boil your water to make sure it's safe anyway. You might as well make a tea out of it. You can also combine it with other things. You can combine it with wild blackberry leaves, blueberry leaves, raspberries. You know, choice is up to you. You know, if you don't, but with the pine needles, you are getting a lot of vitamin C. It's a good way to get a little extra vitamins in you while you're gonna purify your water anyhow. So again, if you like this, how these are going, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you at the next video.